Fontainebleau presents itself as a striking example of a modern development that, despite its ambitious initial plans, struggles to find its footing amid the shifting sands of the Las Vegas landscape. The building's appearance is cold and somewhat uninviting, resembling a deserted shopping mall rather than an entertainment hub. Its stark, monotone exterior, coupled with an atmosphere that lacks warmth, gives it the impression of an abandoned or poorly maintained edifice, which contrasts sharply with the vibrant energy typically associated with the city's most renowned resorts. This colossal project, situated at the northern end of the legendary Las Vegas Strip, was launched amidst much fanfare and high expectations. Its construction marked the beginning of a new chapter for the area, but unfortunately, the opening was marred by a series of setbacks and miscalculations. The development was undertaken at a time when tourism, an essential lifeblood for Las Vegas, was already experiencing a downturn. The recent decrease in visitor numbers, driven by wider economic factors and perhaps some internal missteps, only intensified the difficulties faced by the resort. The grand opening took place on the 13th of December of the year 2023, a date that now appears almost symbolic of a bold venture that did not immediately meet expectations. Designed as an opulent and expansive complex, Fontainebleau was envisioned to mirror the glamour and luxury of its famed Miami namesake. The total number of rooms in this sprawling complex exceeds 3,644, offering a variety of accommodations aimed at attracting high-end clientele willing to indulge generously. Its extensive amenities include 36 restaurants and bars that cater to a wide range of tastes, ensuring that guests have numerous culinary options at their disposal. The casino covers a vast area of approximately 173,000 square feet, promising endless opportunities for gaming enthusiasts eager to test their luck and skill. In addition to gaming, the resort boasts of luxurious retail outlets arranged along the Grand Promenade, featuring high-end boutiques for the discerning shopper. There are also entertainment venues designed to cater to different tastes, including the Blue Live Theater, a key venue hosting concerts and performances, as well as lively nightclubs and day clubs known as Live, which aim to keep the energy flowing around the clock. All these features are housed within a towering structure composed of 67 floors, aimed at enticing wealthy gamblers and affluent travelers who are prepared to spend handsomely in pursuit of a memorable experience. However, despite the grandiosity and the premium positioning of Fontainebleau, the reality has proved challenging. Less than 2 years after its grand opening, the resort became acutely aware of its mounting financial burdens and operational hurdles. The initial optimism quickly gave way to a series of difficulties rooted in economic pressures and regulatory complications. Financially, the resort found itself in a perilous situation. It was reportedly losing as much as $400,000 daily during the months following its debut. Such significant losses stem from a combination of high operational costs, including salaries, aggressive marketing campaigns, routine maintenance, and utility bills, that collectively surpass the income generated from rooms, gaming activities, and food and beverage services. The trend of financial losses did not show a swift reversal. By the end of the year 2025, the situation remained highly strained, with continued financial instability casting a shadow over the resort's prospects for recovery. This ongoing monetary crisis was exacerbated by the broader decline in tourism throughout Las Vegas during the same period. The city, renowned for its constant influx of visitors, experienced a noticeable drop in overall numbers. Fewer travelers arrived by air, and fewer guests booked accommodations for events, conferences, or leisure purposes. The location of Fontainebleau further complicated matters. Positioned at the northern extremity of the Strip, it suffered from limited pedestrian traffic, which reduced spontaneous visits and made walk-in business less viable. Guests who did venture to the resort often had to deviate from their usual routes, which made it less convenient and less appealing as a spontaneous destination. In terms of strategic focus, Fontainebleau initially aimed to attract a select, high-paying clientele, those who would spend lavishly at premium gaming tables, indulge in luxury shopping, or relax at exclusive pools. This target segment included affluent individuals and high-stakes gamblers who prioritize privacy, exclusivity, and top-tier service. While such a concentrated approach can yield high per-guest revenue during prosperous times, the highly specific focus revealed its limitations once the environment shifted. Las Vegas, by its very nature, thrives on diversity. It caters to everyday locals looking to enjoy casual gaming, tourists on tight budgets seeking entertainment and shows, and middle-income visitors spending on broader experiences. Overemphasizing the premium segment created gaps in the resort's overall operational model, resulting in underutilized space and resources. As an illustration, vast public areas within the hotel, characterized by high ceilings and elaborate artworks, remain underused, despite the impressive design. Guests have described certain zones as alienating or overly spacious, lacking the warmth and vibrancy that typically draw visitors. Not all 36 eateries function at full capacity. Some restaurants are operating with less than optimal occupancy, and the retail zones appear sparsely populated with potential shoppers. The gaming rooms often seem quiet, with empty tables and minimal foot traffic. This shortfall in revenue opportunities amplifies the financial pressures already present due to the enormous capital investment, estimated at around 37 billion US dollars, and significant ongoing fixed costs, including servicing interest on loans. In essence, Fontainebleau stands as a stark reminder of the risks inherent in developing large-scale luxury resorts in an ever-changing market environment. Its imposing structure and extensive amenities, while impressive on paper and grandiose in concept, have yet to prove their sustainability amidst the current economic and tourism downturns. The combination of soaring construction costs, operational expenses, and dwindling patronage paints a complex picture of a project that, despite its ambitious vision, struggles to fulfill its promise of becoming a premier destination within the Las Vegas Strip. Despite facing considerable pressure and challenges, the company in question has recently made a significant strategic move by acquiring a neighboring plot of land spanning 2.2 acres for the substantial sum of $112,500,000. This decision clearly hints at ambitious plans for future expansion and development, possibly including the construction of additional towers or new facilities that would enhance their overall infrastructure. When we look more closely at their ongoing activities and staffing situation, it becomes evident that, since the inception of their operations, their human resources management has been far from stable or seamless. For instance, in May of this year, the resort canceled the contracts of 60 dealers specializing in board games. This mass dismissal was part of a broader effort aimed at controlling labor costs and strengthening the company's financial standing. While these measures did generate some immediate relief in terms of expenses and cash flow, they also had repercussions that impacted the quality of service provided to guests, revealing the delicate balance between cost-cutting and maintaining customer satisfaction. Adding to the instability within the organization, the leadership structure itself has experienced notable upheavals. The resort saw the departure of several high-ranking executives, including their financial director, technical director, chief operating officer, and director of beverage development. Such mass changes in top management often reflect deeper organizational issues or strategic reorientations. Furthermore, the company remains under ongoing federal investigation concerning their compliance with anti-money laundering regulations. Documents from the Nevada Gaming Control Board suggest that the resort might have been issuing casino credits to patrons without adhering to the mandatory checks designed to prevent illicit activities such as money laundering. Regulatory authorities in Nevada are actively scrutinizing these practices, aiming to uncover whether the resort issued credits without the necessary licenses, which would constitute a violation of state law concerning anti-money laundering obligations. The president of Fontainebleau, Maurice Wooden, responded to these concerns by stating that any potential violations occurred before he assumed his position last year. This defensive remark was part of a broader effort to reassure regulators and stakeholders amid the scrutiny. Consequently, the Nevada Gaming Commission voted to grant the company Wooden a limited 2-year license, a measure intended to allow for thorough investigation and audit processes to be completed without jeopardizing the resort's operational license. This investigation is still ongoing and could result in various consequences, including monetary penalties or even restrictions affecting how the resort conducts its business in the future. Despite these challenges, guest satisfaction ratings for the hotel remain relatively high. The property currently holds a rating of 4 out of 5 stars on TripAdvisor, which places it at number 30 among the 252 hotels in Las Vegas. Although on paper this figure appears quite impressive, especially for a newer, high-end establishment, it is still somewhat below expectations for a luxury hotel of its caliber. This discrepancy highlights the competitive nature of the market and the high standards set by visitors to Las Vegas. At midday, the city of Las Vegas itself filed a lawsuit against Fontainebleau, alleging that the resort was improperly treating its employees. The lawsuit claims that the resort engaged in practices that unfairly targeted and exploited staff members, and it requests a court order to prohibit such conduct through an injunctive relief. Additionally, the lawsuit seeks compensation for damages caused by these alleged actions. In a public statement, Wynn, presumably a representative or stakeholder involved with the resort, emphasized that the intention is to support the success of all operators within Las Vegas, recognizing that the growth and prosperity of the city are beneficial for everyone living and working there. He asserted that the aim is simply to ensure that business activities proceed smoothly and fairly, without interference or violations of employment agreements that their staff members have entered into voluntarily. Another major issue facing Fontainebleau is its aspiration to compete in the luxury hotel segment. The resort is characterized by its elegance, modern design, and cutting-edge architectural features. It is brand new, freshly built, and designed to appeal to affluent travelers seeking a high-end experience. However, its location presents a significant obstacle to achieving such lofty ambitions. Positioned in a competitive area of Las Vegas, adjacent to well-established properties such as Resorts World Encore and Wynn, Fontainebleau finds itself in the middle of a fiercely contested market for premium hospitality. These neighboring resorts have spent years honing their service quality, culinary offerings, and maintaining a vintage Las Vegas prestige that continuously draws wealthy and repeat guests. Wynn and Encore, in particular, have cultivated a reputation rooted in years of consistent excellence, combining luxury, distinctive service, and a touch of old-school Vegas glamour that keeps attracting the city's elite clientele and affluent visitors time after time. For Fontainebleau to carve out its niche and rise to the top of this elite segment, it must overcome the formidable legacy established by these competitors and prove that its fresh approach and modern luxury offerings can truly resonate with discerning guests who expect nothing but the best. Running a high-end hotel that charges premium prices presents a significant challenge, especially in a competitive environment where guests expect nothing but the best. Fontainebleau, however, is a property that continues to struggle with this delicate balancing act. Despite its lofty ambitions and efforts to evoke a sense of excitement and luxury, it still faces difficulties in fully capturing the attention and admiration of its potential clientele. Meanwhile, another hotel, known as Fontainebleau, persists in attempting to fill at least some of its vacant rooms, striving to craft an atmosphere that can evoke the same sense of wonder and delight that once defined it. In the aftermath of its grand opening, Fontainebleau found itself entangled in a public relations fiasco that tarnished its reputation. It all started when a photograph appeared on social media depicting a plate of nachos served at Tavern, their official sportsbook bar. This dish consisted of merely 6 small corn chips, a few modest toppings, and several tiny cups filled with condiments, all for an astronomically high price of $24. The image, combined with the apparent poor quality and questionable value of the offering, triggered widespread outrage across various online platforms. Such criticism, amplified and shared rapidly online, struck a blow to Fontainebleau's reputation, casting doubts on its commitment to providing quality and value to its guests. Adding to its woes, Fontainebleau appears to be caught in an internal struggle that hampers its overall progress. It seems to copy ideas and features that have already been successfully established elsewhere in Las Vegas, which inadvertently makes the property seem less innovative and more like a copycat. For instance, the hotel introduced an ice skating rink called Oasis and scheduled outdoor movie screenings during the winter and holiday seasons. While these are nice amenities, they closely resemble offerings that have long been a staple at the Cosmopolitan, which has operated a rooftop ice rink and outdoor cinema for many years. Such similarities serve to weaken Fontainebleau's unique appeal, leading many observers and potential guests to perceive it as lacking originality or distinctiveness in a city renowned for its inventive entertainment options. Despite these setbacks, Fontainebleau continues to shine brightly in the realm of entertainment. The hotel hosts a bustling lineup of theatrical and nightclub performances featuring high-profile headline acts. These events are reliably filled with crowds eager to enjoy top-tier entertainment, ensuring that the venue remains a popular destination when most visitors and guests are out seeking nightlife and excitement. To smooth over tensions with the local community and attract budget-conscious travelers, the hotel also initiated efforts to improve its public image. It began offering free parking and launched special promotions, including sales and discounts, aimed at encouraging repeat visits and fostering goodwill among residents and tourists alike. Notably, earlier this year, workers at Fontainebleau banded together to form unions, successfully demanding higher wages and better benefits. This collective action not only improved their working conditions, but also signaled a potential shift toward enhanced quality of service in the future. Such developments could further elevate the guest experience as the hotel adapts to this new phase of its development. This turning point at Fontainebleau stems partly from its previous strategy, which heavily focused on attracting only the elite, high-end clientele. Coupled with a broader decline in tourism within Las Vegas, this narrow focus has left the hotel vulnerable amidst the current economic and industry challenges. To navigate this rocky path forward, the management will need to conduct thorough investigations into their current operations, stabilize the leadership team, and renew efforts to attract both local residents and more budget-conscious travelers. Only through such measures can the hotel hope to steady itself and avoid sinking beneath the waves of competition and market fluctuations. Having visited Fontainebleau myself around a dozen times, I can share that the rooms in the swimming pool are truly impressive, luxurious and well-maintained, clearly reflecting high standards of comfort and design. However, the casino portion of the property leaves much to be desired. It feels somewhat empty and uninspiring, an area that could benefit greatly from more vibrancy. The large spaces, accentuated by soaring high ceilings and a generally cold color palette, contribute to an atmosphere that seems somewhat sterile and uninviting. Moreover, the hotel does not seem successful in creating an inviting atmosphere that would draw guests onto its grounds from outside. In contrast to other prominent Las Vegas hotels, such as Bellagio with its famous fountains, the Wind with its iconic Lake of Dreams, and Flamingo with its habitat for wild animals, Fontainebleau features a striking but somewhat unusual centerpiece, a reversed image of a Ford Galaxy from 1966. It's a peculiar visual, which doesn't seem to serve any clear purpose beyond being a quirky decor element. Personally, I don't find it necessary to go out of my way to see this detail in person, as it feels more like a novelty than a meaningful feature that truly enhances the guest experience. What are your thoughts on Fontainebleau? Have you ever stayed there or visited its premises? Do you believe the hotel has the potential to realign its strategy and succeed on its current course? I look forward to hearing your opinions and impressions. Please share your comments below. This ongoing story of Fontainebleau serves as a reminder of the constant evolution within Las Vegas's hotel landscape. It highlights the importance of innovation, authentic differentiation, and understanding what truly appeals to diverse audiences. While the hotel faces numerous challenges, an image crisis, lack of originality, and a declining tourism industry, it also possesses areas of strength, particularly in entertainment and guest comfort. With the right adjustments, strategic investments, and a renewed focus on guests' diverse needs, Fontainebleau can potentially turn its fortunes around and carve out a distinctive place amidst the city's vibrant tapestry of hospitality options.